Hi everyone, it's Alyssa from Planet Alyssa, and I am here with this week's What I Sold on Etsy video. I originally thought I might go to a rummage sale today, that it's a big sale that is actually out in a field, and then they have different tents for like the different items, like there's a tent for toys and a tent for books and stuff like that. But it is pouring rain today, and the sale goes on rain or shine, but I just did not feel like dealing with that. I mean, you got to trek from your car to the tents, carrying stuff, obviously. So it's going to get all wet, and it's in a field that's going to be all muddy. Not only is it raining today, it's been raining every day for over a week. We've had rain every single day. I mean, not all day rain, but it has rained at least once every day in over a week. So that field is just going to be a very muddy, disgusting mess. And it's a little bit further away for me. Have to deal with traffic because I'm going east in the morning. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to that sale. I already hit up 2 rummage sales this week, and I'm hitting up a third tomorrow. So there's no shortage of stuff out there right now. Anyway, I have been selling some stuff this week. What I haven't been doing is listing much because I have a whole stockpile of stuff that I need to take pictures of, and this weather just is not cooperating. We have not seen the sun in a long time, but perhaps Sunday. I think I saw there's a chance of sun on Sunday, so maybe I'll actually be able to take some pictures of things. But in the meantime, I have sold some stuff I listed. I sold 13 items this week. I fell short of my $200 goal, but just by $5. I sold $195 worth of items this week, so I'm pretty happy about that. And obviously, if I sold 13 items, I did sell some lower price things, although I sold a couple of more expensive items too. And so I will go ahead and show you the shop stats for the week and then what sold. And keep in mind that the price that you see is just the selling price of the items. So I charge shipping on all the items and the buyer pays that. So that's not included. And also not included are the fees that I pay to Etsy or any fees that I paid to purchase the item. But gives you an idea of the selling price, at least, of items on Etsy. So without further ado, here are the shop stats. So here's just a look at the stats for the week. Views were not quite 3,000. Favorites, not quite 200, and 12 orders for a total $195. Definitely busier at the start of the week versus the end of the week, and that seems to be a trend that's been ongoing, so I'll have to keep an eye on that and see how that goes. First item that sold this week was the set of bookends. They sold for $25. They're shaped like a horse head. They're made of like a heavy stone, not marble, but some type of stone. And I think I picked these up at a thrift store. I've had them a long time. I think if I listed them one more time, I definitely would have put them in clearance, but I've definitely had them well over a year. But they sold at full price at $25. And this is a package of vintage iron-on letters. It was a complete unused package. It sold for $7, and I picked this up at a thrift store not very long ago, a few weeks ago. Okay, I sold 2 of these kits to the same buyer. Each one sold for $40. They are crewel embroidery kits to make pillows, and the designer on them is Erica Wilson. I picked both of these up at a rummage sale a few weeks ago now. I did show them in one of my haul videos, and I think I even said in that video I've sold some of Erica Wilson's design kits before, so she definitely has a following, and of course you can't get these anymore, I'm sure Erica Wilson is long gone, and these kits were from probably like the 1960s, 1970s. Both had different game birds on them, and I'm sure whoever got them is going to, make them and use them as a set to decorate their space. But anyway, nice return on investment on these. And this is a vintage lady's pin or brooch in the shape of Peter Rabbit from Beatrix Potter. Sold for $20. This was nice in the original box, still not too old. Probably, I'm thinking late 1980s on this one. Might have even been early 1990s. I know it wasn't too old. But nice that it came with the original box and in nice condition. This was my only international sale of the week. Okay, I sold this lot of vintage postcards for $10. Now, what these are used postcards. They all are birthday cards, birthday greeting cards, And they are in various states of wear. I mean, you can even see from this picture, I think there were 7 postcards in the lot. I don't know if we can see the one on the bottom. But anyway, you know, they had worn corners. Some had, like, you know, the printing worn off on the front somewhat. But I sold this kind of as, like, you know, somebody wanted to use it for scrapbooking or, you know, art projects or something like that. And this is a vintage Joe Satriani button, pin, badge, whatever you want to call it. Sold for $4. Had this kind of a while. I think I picked this up at a garage sale with a whole bunch of other pins, buttons, badges, whatever you want to call them. The person who bought this watches these videos. I never want to call out anyone by name, but hi if you're watching, and thank you. And next up we have this vintage tea towel, which sold for $5. Had a, you know, design with birds and flowers on it. Pretty design, but this tea towel had definitely been used at some point, so it did have some wear to it. It was something I picked up in a lot with some other towels and linen type things at an auction probably about a year ago. Well, last week at a rummage sale, I bought a toilet embroidery kit, and this week I sold a toilet-shaped ashtray. I sold it for $10. At least I think it's an ashtray. As far as I can tell, it has like a divot there for putting a cigarette in. It does have like a little hole at the back, so I guess you could mount this on the wall, maybe in your bathroom for people who want to smoke in the bathroom. Anyway, I had this kind of a while. I don't even remember where I picked it up, but finally did sell it this week. And I sold one of these mini-sized souvenir pennants, this one from the state of Georgia, and it sold for $8. I picked up a whole bunch of these in an auction lot sometime. And I sold this vintage silk scarf for $6. Now it has a it's got like a fox hunting theme design, so a pretty cool design, but the scarf itself had some wear. It's been around some years, and there were some worn spots on the scarf, so if it was in better condition, it would have sold for more money. I think I picked this one up at a thrift store. I'm pretty sure. Might have been a rummage sale. And I sold a vintage deck of playing cards, these with the duck design or goose design, whatever they are, for $8. This was a new old stock set, so I think it was still sealed in plastic, came in a plastic case, probably from like the 1980s, and I think I picked this one up at a thrift store. And I sold a Christmas item. I sold this vintage bell. It was made by Lefton, was the company. It sold for $12. Got the pretty cardinal with the holly in the background there. I think I got this at an auction. It came in a lot with some other, you know, like collector type bells and figurines and stuff. So that's everything that sold this week. I put out these videos every week showing the different vintage items I sell in my Etsy shop plan, Alissa, and then try to get some other videos out there on selling online. I'll probably have a haul video for you at some point this weekend for the rummage sale I'm going to go to tomorrow. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Happy selling, everyone!